Hey everyone, wanted to do a video about holding on to hope. I am a history nut. Anything that has to do with history, I'm all in. I love to learn about the past, I love to learn how it affects today, and I love to learn about the people who walked through the past. And recently I was watching a Ken Burns documentary on the Dust Bowl, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was about the farmers who went through 10 years of drought and a Dust Bowl, and their resiliency and their just their determination. The Dust Bowl farmers were called next year people, because they were holding on to the hope that next year would be better. Next year they'd have better crops. Next year there'd be more rain. Next year there'd be more income. And their resiliency, told by the children, that's what the documentary was from, the children of the Dust Bowl, the resiliency of their parents was absolutely inspirational. And it made me do some introspection. And it made me ask myself questions like, could I hold on to hope like they did? Or would I keep doing the work like they did? It was amazing. Well, the definition of hope in the dictionary is to cherish a desire with anticipation, to want something to happen or be true. And I agree with that definition. I will add, though, in addition to that, I believe that there's a higher power at work. There is someone else in charge. But whether or not you believe that, hope also tells us that we have a job to do. Hope is like a double shot of espresso, and it gives us that boost of energy for us to keep going. Hope is not a when all else fails attitude. Hope is not faking happiness. It's not faking optimism. It's not a last-ditch effort or a last resort mindset. It's not passivity or weakness or even positivity, and it's certainly not butterflies, rainbows, and unicorn. That is not what hope is about. Hope is, though, remember I talked about that double shot of espresso that tells us we got work to do? Well, hope is the platform that motivates us to take positive action to those things. Hope answers the question that we might have in our head, or what those tomorrow people, those next year people, those farmers, it answers the question, well, why even bother? Or what difference is this going to make anyway? Or is there more going on than this? Hope tells us that our life is worth living. Hope tells us that we have a greater purpose, that we have a greater calling. Hope tells us that our dreams are worth pursuing. It compels us to take our passions, find a bigger cause than what's inside of us, and pursue them. Hope energizes us to create the life that we really, really want. So those next year people, having hope is the base to where we start living our dreams, or chasing our passions, or our calling, or our purpose, or our aspirations. The next year farmers in the documentary did that. They did not stop working. They were passionate about farming so that they could pass on their love of the land and their farm to the next generation. And in spite of the dust and the drought and all of those things, they continued to plant. They continued to work. They even got additional jobs to feed their family. They did that because they believed that next year would be better. So I'm coming around to where I'm trying to get with this about our present day life. So hopeful people are grateful people. They're grateful for what they have, but they aspire for more. Hopeful people dream big dreams, and they believe that the world is going to get better as they keep dreaming those dreams. Hopeful people don't accept the status quo. They don't accept where they're at right now. They expect an upgrade. They are going to do something about it. Hopeful people are curious, and they're always exploring ways to make the world or their world better. Hopeful people see setbacks as lessons. They know that trials and tribulations, and we all have them, are part of the learning process. And they know that what they go through, they're going to grow through. Hopeful people support each other. They don't wish for someone else's bad luck. They hope for the best in other people. And hopeful people avoid thinking about the negative. They're not thinking butterflies and rainbows, but they do the next thing by avoiding negativity. So now let's bring it back to next year, people, right now. So we just reached the 1-year anniversary of the COVID shutdown. So and to say that that was an emotional roller coaster, 2020 was an emotional roller coaster is a understatement. Man, we had schools that shut down. We, had forced to work from home. The economy tanked. Sickness, death, cancellations, fear, anxiety, depression, all of that went on. And then besides that, I don't have to remind you, but we had a doozy of an election. Sorry about that noise. We had riots and protests, and we continue to have an increasing amount of counter or cancel culture going on. So all of those things are so sobering, but I desperately want to be a next year person, someone that holds on to hope. And I hope that you will join me. I am not going to fake happiness and optimism. I'm going to genuinely be happy and look to the future with expectation. I'm not going to show weakness or passivity. I'm going to do what I have to do now to make the world and my community a better place. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to follow my dreams. I'm going to follow my aspirations. I'm going to know that I'm here for a purpose and know that there is a calling, that's something inside of me that's greater than I am. Why am I going to do those things? Because life is worth living and life is worth doing, and because next year things will be better. So will you join me? Will you be grateful but not settle for the way things are right now? Will you get curious and explore how things can get better, how we can make the world a better place? Will you avoid negativity and support other people and see your setbacks as learning tools as you move to the future like I'm going to? Let me know, and thank you so much for watching this video. Would you be a next year person with me? Thank you so much for watching.